Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is the first of the month. We're kicking off November with, I'm surprised I don't have balls around my neck jingling because I am excited for the holidays. It's November 2nd, and I'm already in the Christmas spirit. Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast, everyone. I am your host, Charlie, with my co host, my girlfriend. We're looking good in our tans today. Hi, Melanie.
Hello, how are you?
I am well and excited, and I don't want to wait no longer because usually we wait a little bit before we bring our guest. But she is a friend of the show. She is our special guest co-host today, and we're just ready to cut up and get her perspective on everything and the funnies because she is a comedian who just brings the LOLs, and we just love her here. She's one of our favorite guests, and she is back again. She's listen. She has more lives than Mike Myers. Welcome to the show, comedian. Byronique, Barbie, welcome back.
Hey!
Welcome back. How are you?
Oh
We
my
missed you, although
God!
you was
You
on just
got
not too long
me.
ago, but we
You got
missed
me
you.
with that more lives than Mike Myers. I'm good.
You got more life than Mike Myers.
Let me
She's
tell
back.
you, that's a great thing, though.
Mhm. How you
Oh
been?
man, I have been struggling. You feel me? A bitch then went to her first rave and got pickpocketed from my motherfucking phone. Can you
So
believe?
we seen that, right? I seen that.
Yeah,
This
I
is
saw
all
that you
Halloween
had like
weekend.
a yeah.
My first thought, girl, and I'm gonna be real. My first thought was these Virgos stay losing their phone. I know so many Virgos, especially men, like no
Uh-huh.
lie, and they have a thing of always losing their phones. Like two in particular,
Really?
I know. Like I know my ex. You know how many phones he went through in the 1 year we
Well,
were together.
well, he was an idiot, but
And
I
then my
feel like
other
in a
friend,
Right,
rave,
right.
people
You
are
a motherfucking
touching up
idiot
on each other.
if you
but
losing your
you,
phone like that, like and
not because they get sloppy.
right,
Let's
right,
put it
you
like
get
that.
sloppy. Okay, but I've been sloppy and I've been high and still ain't never lost a phone in my motherfucking life. You understand what I'm saying? And so I was so pissed off with myself because I was like, okay, I was crossfading. Maybe I accidentally thought I put it in my fanny pack, but it hit the ground and I didn't feel it, and somebody got me that way. No, it has been stories sent to me. Everybody fucking hitting me up after the fact talking about some. No, Byronique, like we meant to warn you. People go to the raves like to pickpocket fucking people for their
Yeah,
shit.
I bet.
And I'm like, all of a sudden, y'all motherfuckers want to tell me now after the fucking fact. Why didn't nobody warn me beforehand? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
and
just shocked that there's still raves out there.
man,
Yeah,
all the
just
way. Well,
just
see,
the
it
race.
ain't in LA. I had to drive. First off, I had to pay. The ticket was damn near $200. You understand what I'm saying? So I drove, and then it was an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away from my house. So I paid $200, paid all that gas. You know how high gas is. Drove all that
Took a
motherfucking
turn.
way to go let a motherfucker rob me without me fucking knowing on some Will Smith, that movie Focus type shit. Like, let watch this hand so you don't see what I'm doing with this hand. Like on that type of fucking slick shit. And y'all saw my motherfucking outfit. You seen how fucking skimpy that shit was. How a motherfucker go in my fanny pack that was right next to my coochie and I don't feel that shit. That was a slick, smooth, criminal ass motherfucker. And
Yeah.
so
Were you dancing with anybody like close, or like did you
no,
hug
what happened
anybody?
is it was so packed. And see, the vibe was off from the time I fucking got there before I even parked the car. I wasn't feeling the vibe. You feel me? I should have, and I told my friend that I went with, I said, bitch, I'm already ready to go home. Like, you get what I'm saying? But we done paid all this money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try to go in and have a good time. Cause I got my motherfucking drink and I got my weed pen. So I'm gonna be all right. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking. Cause that whole community is built on like supposed to be peace, love, and happiness and all
Not with this age group. Not
right.
with the
And so
youngins.
that's why I'm like, people like, bitch, you fucking too old. People my age don't even go to shit like that no more. But I never got invited to one in my 20s. So I wanted to experience that shit at least once in my life. You know what I mean?
Well, you in
And
danger,
so
girl.
I fucking went and this shit fucking happens. Like, but literally, it was so packed. I think it had to happen when me and my friend was trying to get into one of the stages, right? Like in the area where the stage, and you know, it'd be fucking ass to ass, titty to titty, coochie to coochie, like dick to dick, bumper type activity. So we was trying to get our way in like you do in a club. You know, you trying to migrate through the crowd to see how close you could get. And what happened is literally we wasn't feeling it. And so I turned to her and I said, like, no, let's go back. And she was like, yeah, I'm getting claustrophobic. So we turned to start walking back. It had to be when we was in that big ass crowd, because, you know, people are bumping and you can't really feel what's bumping and who going in your shit, taking some shit. You know what I mean? And then my friend that I used to work at Morphe with told me that they got him on Friday night. And it's a whole video circulating. So I really was mad at myself thinking that I just dropped it. But after I start hearing other people say how they fucking got
it's never a coincidence.
Right. That many people. So it's a video. I'm gonna send that shit to y'all. Literally, these two guys used they Find My iPhone app to fucking chase down on Friday night the motherfuckers that took his phone. And not only they end up chasing him to their house, call the police confiscated 2 big ass duffel bags of phones that they had went and took. So he got his phone back.
Phone is in there.
And then because of him, because of those two guys doing that Superman type shit, a lot of people are going to be able to get their phone back. But that was Friday night. I was there Saturday night. So that just shows you that people literally went there with the intent to rob motherfuckers for their phones.
Well, this weekend was crazy Halloween period. Halloween weekend period. I don't know if you ladies heard what happened in Seoul, Korea, like that whole like it's not a stampede because stampede is when people actually can move. Is it called like a crush? Like what happened there? I don't know if y'all heard.
It was a stampede basically.
No, it's not a stampede. I looked at it. A stampede's different. This is called a crush. A stampede, you actually still have move. I read the article. You still have space to basically move. There was no space. These people started getting crushed. It's called Crush. I think I took a screenshot of it.
Were they at a festival, like a music?
This was a big festival. This was Seoul, so it's the first time since COVID that it had reopened and people could go out without wearing masks. So they basically got a lot of people that they anticipated in this certain area. There wasn't a lot of cops from what I read either. To like kind of direct what was going on, and it started from the top with people pushing, and it was just like an effect. And there was no space, and 150 people died so far, and a lot of people.
This was in China.
It's Seoul, North Korea. Yeah, Seoul.
Oh, North Korea.
Yeah, this was this past weekend as well.
Wait, Seoul is in South Korea.
Or South Korea. I'm sorry. My geography.
I was gonna say, bitch, they're gonna come for your ass.
Yes, thank you. So that went down.
That's why I'm trying to be thankful, because it's like, and what just happened to take off, it's like people is really out here losing their lives.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
That really
so I'm trying to be like chill, like, okay, it could have been worse. You could have been held at gunpoint. You could have been, you know what I mean? You could have been shanked. You could have been, you know what I mean?
You could have been date raped.
Lost your fucking life. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, yes, my phone. The reason it hurt the most because the shit wasn't backed up to the cloud. You get what I'm saying? So all my shit, I gotta basically start brand fucking new. So that's why the shit hurt more. But it's like, bitch, people is really out here losing their whole ass lives. So you know what I mean? What would you rather lose, your life or your phone? You get me? So I'm trying to look at it on the bright side. But I'm telling you, y'all know our phones is like an extension of us. We do everything with it. I can't go to my laundromat in my building and wash my clothes without my fucking phone because it's on an app the way you pay. So it's like we can't fucking do anything without our fucking phones. Like if I would have been by myself, I would have never went to something like that by myself. But if I would have been, God forbid, I wouldn't have been able to make it back home because I wouldn't
imagine if it was close by. Exactly. Imagine if it was closer by your house and you had to call an Uber. You would have been stranded.
Stranded as fuck. Would have had to try to beg somebody, can I use your phone? You know what I mean? Like something to fucking be able to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That is crazy.
And just speaking, you just brought it up too. We have to send out our condolences to Takeoff and his family and Halloween night.
Young Rich Nation.
Morning. It technically happened November 1st. Not on Halloween because it was in the wee hours of the morning, but in Houston, Texas. Reportedly all due to like an altercation over a dice game. The altercation really started with Quavo, and unfortunately Takeoff was just could we say
innocent bystander?
Yeah, and that's his nephew, right?
Quavo his
is
nephew.
Uncle.
Quavo is his uncle, and Offset is his
cousin. Okay. Lord, and then I heard
that's really sad. He was my favorite. I'm not even gonna lie, he's my favorite.
Broke off, and like I didn't know that Offset was doing his own thing, and then Quavo, and I didn't even know about all that.
Yeah, I knew that I think this year, and I was surprised by that too. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like over like it's so easy and Safari. I don't know if y'all know who Safari is, Nicki's ex. He said it. It's like it's sad. I don't even like Migos like that, but I did wake up early that morning and I was
I
like,
did.
I said it out loud. I was like, oh shit. Like
Yeah,
28 years old. And I
yeah.
feel like, yes, we've had a lot of people die recently, and it doesn't take like, oh, because this one's bigger than the other. But I really felt this one, although I'm not into it. Like, I'm like, wow. And
Yeah,
then over what you hear reportedly what it was, and it's like,
yeah.
this is why motherfuckers are staying in the house. And I go from
Right.
with purpose from point A to point B to what I have to do my activity, and rush my ass back home. Okay, I
Right.
have fun. Let me go home. I'm not trying to be out
And
there.
but
Wow.
my thing
Yeah.
is, they weren't even doing anything illegal. It was literally in a bowling
No,
alley.
no one said they were, but like over a dice game, we getting into
Yeah.
arguments and pulling out guns so easy. We're shooting our own people, like Safari said. Like,
Right.
this is sad.
Yep.
Like
I
this is
feel
It
like
is sad.
rappers got to be more careful though. Like you got to be more careful the way you move. You get what I'm saying? When you're a rapper and you're well known and you got money, because everybody know misery loves company. People hate on people that's doing better than them. You get what I'm saying? So especially in the black community, I'm gonna just be honest. You feel me? Because I'm a straight nigga. So I literally know for a fact people hate. We hate hard on each other, and it's so sad and it's disgusting. But you have to move different when you got money. You know what I mean? You shouldn't still be, you can't still be frequent in the same places. You can't still be doing the same shit that you was doing when you was a broke nigga. Like you straight up gotta change your ways like a bit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta watch yourself because people is gunning for you.
Exactly. I was thinking about this earlier and I thought it to myself too. I'm like, okay, I know you're a rapper or whatever, but like anyone else, it's like a job. You're getting paid and it's like a job. It's your passion too, but it's like a job. Take your fucking ass home after you're done with your performances, your appearance, whatever you gotta do. Take your ass home while we hanging out in the streets like that. It's on a different caliber.
I heard they was outside of the bowling alley, so the event was in the bowling alley.
So,
they outside shooting dice.
So we got some background info. Shout out to Joey. They started arguing outside of the venue about basketball, and Quavo got swung on, and then someone who was with Quavo, and I remember seeing it in Quavo's stories. He was with two other guys. That person started shooting, and they hit Takeoff on accident, but we don't know.
The person
it's
that
really sad.
On Quavo, the person that swung on Quavo is the person that pulled out the gun.
No, somebody from Quavo's group was the one that decided to start shooting rounds.
Oh, listen, all I know is that someone.
You know what's the fucked up part? Unfortunately, someone sent me the video and I saw it, and that was like the most disgusting, nauseous video I've seen. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
I videos of people.
It's gonna be bad. He's not gonna. Honestly, I feel like Quavo. This is gonna be way out. First of all, losing anyone, period. But like, it's hard and weighs on you. And I feel like this is gonna be on an extra level for him. Like,
right, because he gonna feel guilty. You got to, because I know I would. I'll be like, I didn't got my fucking nephew killed.
Your whole family's gonna look at you different after that. Because I think it was Quavo's mom that like raised Takeoff and Offset.
Oh,
well, we're sending out our condolences, and we'll definitely stay with whatever that happens, and that we find out. But speaking of everyone wanting to be famous, speaking of Twitter and shit, we know that Elon Musk finally bought Twitter. Some people like who was it? LeBron James has expressed himself over the new Twitter guidelines, but he paid a lot of money. This motherfucker, he's smart. Elon Musk, I must say, he's smart. He paid a lot of money for Twitter, but now you too could be verified for just $8 a month. You want to feel like a star? You want to feel cunt? You want to feel cute? Just pay $8, bitch. And for $8 a month, you too will be verified. What do you guys think about this new verification thing? $8, you can have a blue check. Anyone can have a blue check. You get a blue check. You get a blue check. Just $8 a month. What's your thoughts?
Now everyone's gonna think that they're famous and they're better than what they are. I don't really care for that. I have Twitter, but I use Twitter for recreational purposes.
I never be on Twitter. I just have my account because somebody told me, like, you feel me, every social media that like app that takes off, you need to at least get on there so you can have your same name across all the social media sites. So just create one even if you're not gonna use it. So that's all I did on Twitter. I've reshared a few things, but I never got into Twitter. I never got into it. I never really understood the hype about it. So
Charlie was into Twitter. He went to Twitter, Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that right now. I was into Twitter before Instagram was popular, and Twitter to me was like a dear diary in ways. And I even got blocked because I guess I said some mean things to some.
Yeah.
So I had to create a new Twitter. I didn't have Twitter for a while because I'm like whatever. And then Instagram was a thing, but I created a new Twitter. But like, again, I don't use it like that. Just for my little
recreational.
But now that we may have a blue check, and if the Inner Circle podcast could get a blue check on Twitter, maybe we'll join Twitter, the Inner Circle podcast. We'll see.
At least for a few. I mean, I wish they would do that on Instagram because I've been dying for a blue check on Instagram.
On Instagram, I would definitely get it if they started that on Instagram.
Right.
Sure. But Byronique, you are a special guest, and I know we have a lot to talk about. We're talking some hot topics. And by the way, y'all, if you have your input on some of the topics we're going to talk about, the phone lines are wide open, 646-801-3583, 646-801-3583. Give us a call. But really quick, I know you had a stand-up comedy show recently. Tell us about that. How did that go? How was it?
You know what? My last show really was great. Like, it was amazing. So, like, my friend, I met this guy Percy through a mutual friend, and so he is like huge. Like, he's had Keke Palmer at his show. He's like real cool with Paula Abdul. He like is like the warm-up guy for the RuPaul's Drag Race show. He's big shit. He's big shit.
I've seen his picture. You shared his stuff. I seen him.
Yes, and he's making big moves in the industry and stuff like that. So I'm lucky and blessed that, you know what I mean, because the friend that is mutual between us, they have such a good relationship. Like, I've been following him for a while. He's been following me. So my friend was like, just hit him up and tell him to put you on your show. I was like, am I gonna have to audition, like, or whatever? Like, cause some comedians, like comic shows, they make you fucking audition and shit like that. So I just hit him up and he was like, yeah, bitch, you could be on my show. Like, what took you so long? Like, to ask. And so it was a great vibe. I actually like got a lot of my peeps to come out and like see the show. I was talking about some real good shit because I don't know if y'all was in the loop, but my birthday in September, there was a big massacre.
What?
What you mean?
There was a whole big ass situation where this autistic white man from Texas flew out to sponsor my birthday. I don't know if y'all knew about. No. I don't know if y'all saw the pictures. I
don't know. Wait, hold on. Was he a Make-A-Wish kid?
No.
I don't get
Not
it.
if he's sponsoring her birthday.
Oh wait, you had a whole person on the spectrum trying to sponsor you, trying to take you out?
Yes.
You can't discriminate them.
I'm telling you, and look. Once a white man say he want to sponsor your birthday, who am I to tell the motherfucker no? You understand? So,
Lord,
broke this year.
Hey, why not?
But it went all the way left though, y'all. But you feel me?
Did he want to get some?
And when I told him that when I told him that he wasn't gonna get, we was at the Applebee's the night leading up to my birthday, and I straight told him, I said, because we were supposed to be sharing an Airbnb. You feel me? He paid $800 for this Airbnb out here, not in LA, but it was like about an hour away from where I live. In
good. Don't tell him where you live.
Yeah, hell no. So yeah, you gotta watch. I did the whole story with my boys. We shout out to We Family Son. But we were supposed to stay in the Airbnb together. That shit went left. We went to the Applebee's and I told him, I said, I just gotta be clear and reiterate that you ain't getting no pussy tonight or any other night that you out here. You understand what I'm saying?
No, nah.
Immediately, all the autism left his body and he turned straight nigga on me and he called the waiter over and said, split this check. And when I tell y'all, a bitch, it was happy hour. My bill was only $12 and he was not willing to fuck with me and sponsor that shit no more. He told that waiter to split the check. Lucky a bitch, you feel me? It was Thursday, a bitch didn't get paid till Friday. No, it was actually Wednesday, a bitch didn't get paid till Friday. Bitch only had like 13, 16 in her fucking account. So lucky I had just enough to cover my fucking check.
Lord.
That is
Bitch.
crazy.
Y'all gotta, yeah, it's a lot, honey. It's a lot. So that was a whole fucking situation that happened for my birthday situation. So I talked about that in my last stand-up show. That was a rave. People was fucking eating the shit up because it's wild and it's very true. So you feel me?
And recently you went viral too. You went viral with this right here. We should have had a picture, but tell us about that because you definitely did go viral. You definitely had some numbers. Like, what the hell? I seen it too, and I'm like, oh, what was going on? Someone was riding with a big dick in California.
People is commenting on, when I tell you I posted that on my auntie's birthday, I never forget because it was August 22nd, my auntie's birthday. When I tell y'all this shit has grown my following, like in just that short period of time, like so much, like I'm damn near like at fucking 2K, and it feels good to sit back and watch your numbers climb without you having to do work. I mean, I had to do work because I had to make that video, but that video wasn't even a video that I had to think about or try to do. It was just something that was there in my face for me. And I fucking just started talking like I talk. And that shit, I would have never thought that shit would have blew up. I mean, I should have known because people is horny as fuck in this world. People is dick deprived and people just see a big dick and they go, especially because it was chocolate. Now I'd be thinking to myself, if it was vanilla, if it would have been a pink dick, I wonder would it have went as viral? Probably not. You know what I mean? But I literally was in Compton, the city I was born in, straight out of Compton. You feel me? Shout out. Between Compton and South Central, and I was coming out of the post office, and I fucking could not believe my eyes. Do y'all hear me? Could not fucking believe. I said, no, Lord. I said, you just be putting stuff in my path, honey, because this ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm seeing this right now. I had never seen nothing like that before in my life. A mechanical dick that you could ride and they take it to parties. Never in my life.
Bitch, you should have fucking did a fucking TikTok video or a reel with the song Rodeo from City Girls. You need to run that shit back and do it again.
I need to do that shit again because y'all know what's crazy? It did not take off like it did on Instagram on fucking TikTok. And it's crazy to see what takes off because I actually have a viral video.
TikTok is so random. I'll be watching like how to clean something, and then the next thing is like bitches twerking.
I'm telling you, TikTok, I have a viral video on TikTok that went viral months ago of me at the Starbucks drive-thru ordering a drink.
I see
I'm
that.
gonna send that shit to y'all.
I seen that one.
That is
send it to me.
I'm gonna send it. That is still collect. And when I posted it on Instagram, I thought maybe it'll do the same thing. Move the same numbers, move the same weight. No, it did not. So it's like what
there's more haters on Instagram.
It hits, it's like it's trippy as fuck to me how this shit works. But what's sad is that my ass, I'm thankful for the numbers and shit, but at the same time, a bitch sitting back mad as fuck like this simple shit is what goes viral. I actually have done videos where I've put in work, I've paid money, I've like done costumes, I've memorized lines, and that shit didn't go viral.
It's sometimes they're like the what's the word? I'm having a brief fire. It's just sometimes the natural.
It's like serendipitous. Shit happens like randomly.
Like the natural shit that like that you least expect. Like, oh, this is gonna like have likes or take off, and then it's like it's things you're putting work into. It's like okay,
it don't do
that's
nothing.
cool, but.
And so it hurts you because it's like, damn, well, I want the shit that I actually put some thought and effort into. But I mean, at the same time, you got to appreciate, you know what I mean? Because that dick, like I said, that dick, how could that not? I mean, that dick, people have remixed it. People have been sharing it on their stories. And I've never had nothing go down like that on Instagram. Like people sharing it on their stories and shit. The same thing.
Whenever you see it, what you should do is whenever you see someone reposting it or like posting it as their own, comment and be like, bitch, give me credit.
Right. But I really think people are, because when I tell y'all, my whole news feed on Instagram right now for the past week has just been that video. That video, people commenting, people like, it's like fucking crazy to see. And it's like, damn, didn't nobody like my picture from the rave that I got robbed at? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a jealousy thing. Like, damn, though, you feel me? What about me in that little skimpy outfit?
The last thing you want is a memory of you losing your phone. So
that's true, though.
When bad shit happens to me, I'll be like, Like, let's say I go on a bad day, or I have like a bad day at work or something. I
Uh-huh.
blame it on the clothes. I blame it on the outfit. I blame it on everything. I'll be like, this shit jinxed me. I ain't never wearing this shit again.
Right. No, let me tell you something about being in a black family though. My fucking black family fucking told me, you see, God is trying to get your attention. He did not want you
That's facts.
like that. You got to get back in the church. I'm like, really? This why this is why I got pickpocketed with the rest of the motherfucking hundreds of people. Because I ain't been to church in a minute, Lord. I've been watching it online, Lord. You get what I'm
Right?
saying?
Oh
Black
I've
family.
been watching Stephen Furtick, Joe Osteen.
Like the Lord got my attention. No, you know. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? We don't know. That's between you and the Lord. You got to figure it out. What you done did.
Well, listen, we want to get your thoughts because there's a lot that's gone on since the last time you was on the show, which was back in when was it? August, September? September.
Well, I was not here. I was not here.
You was on a business trip, okay? But we want to get Byronique's thoughts. So, Melanie, set up a minute on the clock, please. And I am going to run through Byronique just a lot of things going on, pop culture, random things. And we just want your thoughts, your take. We have a minute on the clock. And let us know when you're ready, Melanie. And that minute is up.
Give me.
And
okay.
we shall begin. Byronique, your thoughts on Kanye West and everything going on with him right now.
I fucks with Kanye West heavy. I feel like that man is a lot smarter than people want to give him credit for. And, it really upsets me that people can say anything about niggas. People can say everything under the sun about black folks. And you feel me? And everything else. But when you talk about the Jews and the LGBTQ, you are hanging yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot say a damn thing about them two. And for what reason, I really don't know, because I understand that they suffered and Hitler was cooking them in the ovens and doing all this. But did that really last as long as black people was enslaved?
True. Rihanna's new song, your thoughts?
I haven't heard it.
Machine Gun Kelly doing coke off of Megan Fox's boob as Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee for Halloween.
Oh, I love that. I love them. They cute.
And who did you think was, I know the seconds are up, who did you think had the best celeb Halloween costume?
I'm going to go with Cardi B.
Done.
There we go. Cardi B. As Mark
really? I didn't think, I think Lizzo looked better than her.
And there was, we did a poll and a lot of people voted and it was 50-50.
I saw that. I guess because Lizzo kept it more like Marge wouldn't really funny, have her cheeks out and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But now let's get into some circle talk. We've been wanting, and especially this one over here has been mad that you haven't been on when she's on, because there's some real shit. And what I love about this podcast is that we can just delve into a lot of different things and people shit, things that we go through. We date, and we're living in a world. We're all millennials, us three. We're living in a world where I feel like relations, it's just getting hard. There's so many. There's a big spectrum with relationships. There's so many different dimensions and things that we could just get deep into. But we've been wanting to talk about dating today. You've been on our show before. You've been on We Family Son podcast. Shout out to We Family Son. And shout out to them. And check them out as well. They're on YouTube and streaming everywhere. Your favorite places. You talked about openly about relationships and dating. Melanie as well. We've all been, through some shit. How do we feel like dating today? 2022, we have social media. We have such accessibility. And
dating
so
apps
going on. Dating apps. Like, how is it for you ladies? And how do y'all feel dating today in 2022?
How much time we got, buddy? I'ma just say because I feel like
really quick, the phone lines are open. I'm sorry, the phone lines are open for anyone who wants to give their perspective and maybe challenge any of us with what y'all hear. Right. This is a podcast where we like all different views. This is not The View, but we like all different types of views. So 646-801-2583. Take it away, Melanie. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
So I feel like obviously we all have experience in this situation every day, or maybe a little bit from the past. But I think that dating now, especially like dating in my 30s, is very hard, but it's also like you have to go through people with a fine-tooth comb, because you can't be settling for people who are not going to meet your boundaries and not going to meet you halfway.
But when you say
And
meet your boundaries, what do we? Because we're starting to hear boundaries a lot on social media and stuff. What do you mean for you? What do you mean meet your boundaries?
so if I set boundaries on certain things that I need as a person and I need as a partner to you, if you can't meet those boundaries and you don't respect them, there's no reason for us to even start or even continue anything together. And I think a lot of people, there's a lot of entertainment out there. A lot of people are basically, I'm talking to this person, but also I'm gonna keep something on the side because I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, people are overindulging in a sense and not really getting to know one person one on one before moving on to the next person. How many of us have gone on one date and then thought that everything went great and then you don't speak to the person again? Whether you ghost them or they ghost you. Happens all the fucking time.
What do you have you? What about you, Byronique? Like, how do you feel about dating right now in 2022 with everything like the accessibility of the internet and all that stuff, and like even what Melody said, like a lot of people just like have a plethora of like my plate, like what's your?
But
take?
see, I think that's only true in certain cities. See, we are in big cities. I'm in LA, y'all in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I just got back from Kansas, seeing a friend get married off. They still in that. She's still in her 20s. All her friends are already married. She like the last one in her group of like 5, 6 bitches to get married. They
way,
are
beautiful
all
city.
already married and they're still in their 20s. They're much younger than us. You get what I'm saying? They're all from living that Midwest life or that Southern life. So what I really have been feeling in my spirit and in my heart and my bones is that I'm in the wrong fucking city and state. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm in the wrong fucking country.
right, really, really that. Because I'm trying to be on some Tina Turner shit. Let me take my ass to Europe and
I'm going to Germany.
I'm like, wait a minute, you don't want to be getting left hooks like Tina Turner, but then you say Europe, and I'm like, okay.
But see, she left Ike. See, that nigga did her wrong. But White, you feel me? White gonna do you right. I'm trying to tell y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you know who started that first, right? Diana Ross started that.
Oh,
and Shaka Khan.
Oh, Shaka Khan got her white man too?
Shaka Khan fuck with the white man because she lives out in like Germany or Austria or some shit.
Oh, baby. But see, I wonder, was she doing that in her young days? Because like Tina didn't know no better in her young days. She was with a nigga. You give me, she was with Ike.
It's funny, in my young days, I was with the vanilla. In my young, it was opposite. My young days, I loved the vanilla. Now it's like, ooh.
So you said the vanilla wasn't doing you right?
I mean,
the one white guy that I dated in Miami, he was a stalker. He would come to my outside my window at 4 a.m. just to make sure I was there.
That's because you was in fucking Florida.
I know.
Come on now, wait a minute. You got to get out, leave that Florida shit.
Go to at least Atlanta and deal with the whites over there.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No Southern white. No, ma'am. I'm good with the whites. I like my Latinos.
But see, I do feel like, okay, there's competition. That's what I was trying to get at. In our big, huge cities, LA, New York City, Miami, and Atlanta, them is some of the biggest cities where celebrities they live. It's competition. Everybody looks good. Everybody takes care of themselves. So it's hella competition. If I was to take my ass and move to Oklahoma or fucking Kansas, bitch, I would be like Beyonce out there.
Yeah, but also they got fucking that's where all the episodes and seasons of fucking Catfish come through, because they be in bum fucking states like that. And they got nothing better to do. Oh, I just created an account out of boredom. So it's like, I don't think it has to do with geography. I think more so it has to do with the people.
I feel it.
Even age does not even play a factor, because I've seen some grown ass men who are not grown at all. They act like their shoe size rather than their age.
That's true. Because some people be like, well, you got to date older, because older men are more serious. That can work sometimes, but it do not work all the time.
That's
It do
Amen.
not work all the time. Like age ain't nothing but a motherfucker.
You could be old. I've dated someone older than me and they didn't have it together.
And be careful because there's older people dating younger. Just because when you're younger, you're more naive and easy just and easy just to like and easy to walk like a dog.
Thank you.
Easy to walk in my dog Gizmo. So you gotta be careful for people who are older trying to date younger. You 30-something-year-olds trying to date a 21-year-old. Listen, age ain't nothing but a number, but you still have to be careful and keep your mind open because you're gonna have some older motherfuckers trying to date you to easy to manipulate you easier.
Right. Because your mind is weak, you ain't really been through shit yet, so you're still dumb, young, and naive, and full of cum. You get what I'm saying? So
exactly.
The thing is, I hate when older women feel like, oh, my husband left me for a young bitch. Don't be sad, bitch. He left you for that young bitch, not because you look so bad. It's because that bitch dumb and young and stupid, and he finna walk her like a dog.
Some guys be having midlife crisis. Yep.
Like that guy who married that Courtney Stewart girl at 17, 16. What's his face? Some old actor, remember? And she became popular because of him. Something Hutcherson, Josh, whatever you know what I'm talking about. Bitch, anyways, continue. I'll Google. I'll look it up. But you know,
when it comes to dating, I would just say like people are dating for the wrong reasons. Or if you are very, very honest and forthcoming about why your reasoning as to why you're dating, if you just say to somebody, listen, I'm not even trying to get into a serious relationship. I just want something casual because I've seen it. I've been on dating apps and I've seen so many guys, something casual. And then there's tons of guys that are on apps and they're in open relationships. This is becoming a thing. This is a big thing over here.
And that's what I wanted to get at too.
And really quick, it was Courtney Hutchinson. She was like 16 when she met Doug Hutchinson. He was a big. She was 16, and he was 51 years old at the time.
I don't know those people.
No. I'm sure maybe if you heard of them, but they were really in the news in the early 2000s and stuff because of that whole. Yeah.
Now, so why he ain't in prison with R. Kelly? Because he white?
Really quick.
I was just saying that I love me some R. Kelly Step in the Name of Love, and I'm going to play that in my wedding. I don't like R. Kelly, but I like the song.
But
that's
now
I don't understand why he ain't in fucking trouble. He was 50 getting with a 16-year-old.
Age of consent, depending on the laws, and she consented. She married him. It's consent. All these other girls are trying to say R. Kelly thing, but that's a different story. Okay. But now we get into what we call cuffing season. You know, the holidays are right around. I mean, 22 more days to Thanksgiving. We got to start bringing dates and not look lonely to the family functions. So how do you guys feel about also, because, you know,
they want cuddle buddies.
But now this is the winter season. I mean, LA is a little different. It doesn't get as cold and stuff. The West Coast doesn't. But do you really feel during cuffing season, motherfuckers try to play themselves and pretend that they're ready for shit just to like have someone for the seasons? And when I say the season, it's like the playoffs. It's like it starts for the holidays, but it could go very well into Valentine's. And then after Valentine's, then it's like, okay, spring is almost here, bitch. Bye. Pick a fight.
Right.
Like, how do you guys feel about cuffing season? And do you really feel there is situations out there where people are just booing up during the season just to have an arm candy for the family function?
I don't think you have to wait for it to be cuffing season. People are going to want to cuff and then cut it off whenever they feel like it. Mm-hmm. You know why I debunked that theory of cuffing season? Niggas be cheap as fuck nowadays. Guys don't be wanting to go out. And if they do want to go out, they want to tell you, I went on a date. The whole time the guy was talking about how it's hard to date girls because they all they want is a free meal, all this shit. So you know what I did? I went to the when I went to go use the bathroom, I paid the bill inside, and he asked for the check, and they looked at him and looked at me. I said, I already paid for it. Have a good night. And I did. Because bitch, you're not give me my sound effects. Because you're not gonna act like
no, that's
like like every bitch is cheap. No,
that's a big thing.
If I'm taking my personal time to hang out with you, that says a lot because I'd rather be by my damn self.
But I gotta go. I gotta be the little double-edged sword with the guys here I know I'm a certain type of guy, but at the same time, I gotta play devil's advocate. Let's be real. Just like there's people trying to like get into cuffing season to have a arm candy for the family functions, there are a lot of motherfuckers out there because we are going through sometimes that do want a free meal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like admit it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm saying like admit it. Like there are people out there that do want free meals. I'm sorry.
But guys act like girls are the only ones that want free meals. That's not necessarily
Right.
true.
And
I know some guys
that's a
that
big
only
thing.
date baby moms or females with children just because they know that they got the good
They
snacks
got
in
the
the
food.
pantry.
They got
Like,
the EBT.
Not eating the kids' fruit snacks
They
and
got the
gushers.
EBT and hot Cheetos and a cup of noodles.
Yeah, so it's like it's not just females. There are females out there that can hold their own and pay for shit and
That's
be
true.
providers. And then there's guys that could do the same thing. But I debunked that whole cuffing season theory because some guys are cheap. Do you think that they want to cuff during Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Hell no, because they don't want to buy you gifts and they just met you. Hell no. And they don't want to take you to the family and they just met you. I didn't even hear about this. This is my first time hearing about that shit just to have an arm candy. You feel me? Like, niggas.
I don't believe that shit. Man,
Yeah,
I don't believe
But
that.
it happens. It happens. I don't believe in it. But it happens like, that, it happened more before. I don't know how extreme it's going. But yeah, cuffing season, all the memes of, oh, get ready. It's cuffing season. Playoffs starting like September. And then like, it happens. It happens. I truly feel that it really happens around the holidays. But do y'all feel like, okay, we're getting a lot of women nowadays, this is in the comments, are looking for someone to take care of them. It's called having daddy issues. They're looking for men who would do shit that their dad never did. How do you, lady? Byronique, what do you think about
I'm
this?
going to tell you what.
My dad always told me, fuck niggas get money. So
yeah, I'm going to tell you what.
I don't need a guy to provide for me.
It would be lovely to have a man that would pay off my debts. You get what I'm saying right about now, because a bitch is in a fucking real bad place. But let me tell you something. But I tell women, my friend that just got married, she don't have to work. She ain't worked in like 5 years, and she just got married. So, but the thing about that is, I would very much appreciate my husband for that, but I would still go out and at least work part-time because I would want to still be saving and hustling and having something of my own because I've heard too many. I even have 50-year-old women, female friends in my life, and they're 50, their kids are grown, they going through divorce, and they spent all those years, they wasted their 30s, their fucking half of their 20s, their 30s and their 40s raising kids and being a stay-at-home mom, and now they're 50, they're divorced, their kids are going on with their life, their ex-husband is going on with his life, and now you're fucking lost. You ain't worked, you ain't been in the workforce in how many years? So now you're fucking feeling lost and confused, and you lost yourself, and you going through all these mental battles. Fuck all that. You get me? And you have nothing to show for it except the fact that you raised some kids and that you was a wife. And
it happens with the gay men. Listen, and I love that you say that because it happens even with the gay men. I was with my first relationship ever, although we broke up and then I had a second relationship in between and then we got back together. But my first like boyfriend, love, whatever you want to call it, I got proposed the same thing. When we got back together after that second boyfriend, he proposed to me like, hey, what about and he met me working. Like he met me while I was still in high school, but that's a different story. He met me working at my first job, and even after that working period, my part-time jobs, even when I was trying to go to college then and everything. And he told me the second time we got back together, like, yo, you could stay home as long as you clean the house, do housely stuff. I'll give you a certain amount of money that you would need to get by a week.
Oh,
and,
not a kept man.
I was a baby girl. I've been telling you, I could have been a kept man a long time ago. Fuck what people want to say about me. The rumors out there about me. Like I could have been a kept man a long time ago. But
I want to address something.
I can rock that because, like you said,
I'm not no fucking kid. I'm not no kid.
And two, like you said, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's like, what do you have? It ends, and then you have nothing.
And I want to address something real quick that's in the comments. There's a lot of females that are very selfish-minded and selfish in general. They'll have their own and they keep it to themselves, but then they're still like receiving from their partners, from the men. But on the flip side, men do the same thing too. I've never been in a situation where a man paid for my bills because I've always managed to be very independent in that aspect. But I've been in situations where men I am very giving. So if I see that you're struggling, I'm going to help you. But if I see that you're taking, and not giving back, that's bullshit too. Guys do it too. It's frowned upon when women do it, but guys act like it's okay when they do it. It's
Right,
bullshit.
and that's the problem, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, out here in LA, and this is why I haven't been on a dating site all 2022, because my life has been in shambles this year. And I feel
Not
like men
shambles,
out
bitch.
here in LA, oh yeah, girl, and this phone stealing shit is the icing on the fucking cake, about to just take me on out. But the thing is, out here in LA, men are really very conscious. Women are worried about the dating scene out here about getting used just for sex, and men out here are worried about getting used for their money. So knowing that, it's
Here's
like,
different. Here's
you
the
have
flip
to
side.
really, so you have to come to the table as a woman out here dating in LA with some shit. You have to have your career on track. I feel like you got to be living in your own place. These men out here expect you to really have your shit together, your P's and Q's. You feel me? Check the fuck off. So if
But
you
is that
know,
wrong? Is that wrong for a man to
It's not
want
wrong.
someone,
It's not
of a
wrong.
girl to have someone
No.
that shit together? Because it's the same
No.
flip side that a girl will want to have their man. Listen, I'm a gay man, and I'm gonna say it real quick and real loud. I'm a gay man, so I love these conversations, but either way, ni he ni ha. It doesn't affect me. But I do have to play devil's advocate. Is it wrong for men to want to expect certain things from women the same way a woman will want to have them, like a man, to have their shit together as well? Is it wrong?
I don't think it's wrong at all for a
Nah.
man to ask a woman what she brings to the table, because you can't just bring to the table looks,
right?
and
good
fucking
puss.
good and a good.
Oh no, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that
Get
kudos.
us far.
That
right,
kudos,
right.
but that takes you so far. If you're not basically being a partner and you're not actually supporting and being like even like keel with your man, like what are you bringing to the table?
But that's a
And
big
girls are
argument.
quick to ask that question to men, but then when they get asked that, they get fucking offended. Like, oh
Right.
my god, what the hell? They're
That's
insecure.
it's a big argument, because a lot of housewives feel like, fuck that, I'm a housewife, that is my fucking job. But who's paying you? That nigga's paying you. You depending on his money. So if he feel like you didn't do a good job, he's not gonna pay you. If you was out here working a real job, you got to get paid regardless. They feel like you did your job or
She
not.
probably got her own
motherfucker.
side hustle,
You
get
get what
her
I'm
own little
saying?
Etsy store.
You got to do something else. So, but it's a big argument, because as a woman, I understand, because we all know what it is to fucking take care of a home, and well, we don't know what it is to take care of kids. I mean, I have my fur baby, and I know how fucking hard that shit is. You get me? But,
Amen, right here.
right, thank you. But at the same time, people don't see that in this world and respect that as, you feel me, like you're really doing something and bringing something to the table. So they expect you to really be Wonder Woman out here in this bitch, and go work a full-time 40-hour plus job a week, still make love to your husband, still fucking take care and cater to him,
Three
still
badass
cater to
kids.
the kids, still cater to the kids. And that part I don't agree with, because that's
Clean
fucked
cook.
up.
No, yeah, no, you're
That's
right.
fucked up.
You're right.
I am not
agree with
fucking
that.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a fucking fictional fucking character, motherfucker.
And I agree.
Don't
Just
be
like-
thinking I'm finna do all that.
Yeah, listen.
Because if I had a man's baby, the first year of that baby's life, I don't want to work. I'm gonna be honest, and that's why I ain't had no kids. Because to find a man that's gonna at least let you take that whole first year off, because I don't want nobody watching my motherfucking kid for the first year. At least
Well,
that's why
there's parental leave for both spouses. That like
I need
that's
a year
something
off.
there's a big conversation that needs to be had before you even decide to lay with somebody and have kids.
But like what you said about having kids and having the 40-hour job, that's another thing though, fellas. I feel like there are women, there are some, I'm someone who, like, I'm a viewer. I observe, I've met different people's straight, gay, sideways, whatever. So I've seen where there's women out there with that 40-hour full-time job, married, have kids. Ooh, fellas, just the same way y'all don't want to pay for everything, but when y'all get into that partnership, you're married and you have kids, go home and clean too after your tired ass day. Honey, go home and do the laundry. How about, do you know how to cook? How about you cook a meal tonight for me and the kids? So, I know fellas, hey, I'm a devil's advocate here. I'm a Pisces, and sometimes people hate me because of that, because I see both sides of everything. But that's the thing. Fellas, y'all want partnership, but then at the same time, when y'all have that true partnership, when you have that bitch who is working 40 hours a thing, you have 4 kids, like, okay, come home, do the laundry. come home, do some cooking. And no, nigga, I don't mean order Domino's.
Thank you. Thank you. Go do the grocery.
Y'all step y'all dicks up for that and keep it hard.
Thank you. Because if it's a real partnership, we not just bringing money. We not just both bringing money. We both bringing fucking emotional support, fucking going to teachers' parents conferences and shit. Don't just put all that shit on me. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I literally seen that shit. I seen that shit with one of my friends at the wedding. She literally, I'm going to tell you, her nigga, like her husband, matter of fact, her husband, she straight up said, yeah, I fucking almost ended the marriage because he expects me to fucking do everything because he comes home from work. And yeah, I don't work, but I'm at home with the kids all day doing everything. I'm fucking tired. Like, spend time with your fucking kids when you get home. No, I'm tired. You've been here all day. Yeah, I need a fucking break too. Like, you know, so that shit can go real fucking left. You feel me? Real fucking quick if you be a stay-at-home mom or if you be working 40 hours a week and still be a mother and a wife. Either way it go, you gonna mentally go through some deep shit, bitch. Like, seriously.
Well,
and I pray you could keep it together because
we have more to talk, and we got some more shit to get into because now that we got you here, we gotta get into some serious shit. But first, let's have some a little fun real quick. Let's get into a little game. Melanie, I know you have a game for us called Bop or Flop. So you please tell us.
Let's change this subject because I'm getting heated.
Oh no, we're gonna get back into some good shit, but let's have some fun real quick.
All right, this game is called Bop or Flop. So you're gonna tell me if it's a bop, you like it, you dig it. Okay. If it's a flop, you don't, and you tell me why. Okay. For either response. So bop or flop, Android users.
Fucking flop. Get the fuck out of here. But you know what? I can't even front. Something about the Android camera, baby. iPhone can't keep up with it, baby.
That's
iPhone
true. I will say that. When I see the green, it pisses me off.
Yeah, I made a nigga I was dealing with switch phones. I said, because I'm sick of seeing this green.
Oh, I'm about to do the same thing. Trust and believe.
The green is a little funny to me, but I'm not gonna like not date someone because of.
You know what? But I'm not gonna not date them because guess what? At least they have a phone, and if they pay their bills,
right.
As long as it's not an Obama phone.
if it's an Obama phone, bitch, they can't text. All right.
That should take good pictures.
Bop or flop? Guys into astrology.
Wow. For me, it's a bop.
I bop with it because I feel like I do get into the signage and things like that in astrology. I'm not super deep in it, but I do love to hear about it and like I kind of believe it and go with it, you know.
Is it funny that I find it entertaining? Like it entices me when someone isn't into, like, if a guy is not into astrology, because I want to depict their brain and be like, why don't you like it? And when they tell me, I'm like, wow, you really a Scorpio. Like, all right. Bop or flop, student loans.
Wow.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Flop.
But you know what? It's a bop because Biden said he wiping out at least 20K. So baby, come on with it.
All right, bop or flop, sex on a first date.
Bop.
Lord Jesus.
You gotta take the car for a test ride, honey.
I'm gonna have to say bop because I've done it several of times.
Oh, I've done it many.
And you know, people get on my nerves because they Byronique, this why you can't never get a man to be with you long term because you gave it up too easy. And you know, Steve Harvey with that whole 90-day, you gotta make them wait 90 days.
I read his book. I read that
house.
But I made a motherfucker wait 90 days and he still fucking ghosted my ass. So fuck it. Shit.
Yeah,
YOLO.
I don't believe Steve Harvey because he needs to practice what he preaches in his house because Lori fucked the daddy and the son.
Ooh,
all right, so bop or flop, James Corden. Have you been following the story of James Corden?
Flop. I liked him, but I could see where
I
can see where he would do that.
This must be a sports player, huh?
He's
a late night host. Mm-hmm. He's a late night host who basically got banned from going to one of a famous restaurant, Balthazar, my account, And
You know,
he was very disrespectful a couple of times to like
a
waiters
lot
and
of times,
waitresses and
yeah.
stuff.
There's like documents or whatever, but I'll be taking over his late night show.
I never
hopefully
liked
in a
him
few
anyway
years,
because he
past
copies
years.
everything. He copies everything that Andy Cohen does.
Oh,
Anyway,
well,
Bopper Flop brunch.
oh, motherfucking
Oh,
Bob,
Bob. It's a Bob.
baby, with the mimosas.
Get drunk at 2 o'clock.
I ain't been in a few months because last time I went in August, whoo, a bitch drunk so many mimosas. I was so fucked up they had to carry me out. Oh, it was bad, y'all. It was bad.
All right, Bopper Flop. We got five more. Getting married.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bob. I love
Bob,
it. I
I
just went
still
to a
believe.
wedding. I just
Yeah.
went and it was beautiful. I love weddings. I'm all about
Yeah.
love.
Like
Yeah,
Brenda K-Star, I
affection.
still
Even
believe.
if I can't find it for
this
myself, I
bitch?
love seeing other people have it. You know, makes me happy some kind of way.
Exactly. Yep, there you go.
Mm,
I agree. That
I feel so warm inside. Bopper Flop. Taylor Swift.
flop.
I'ma say, oh,
a
I'ma
flop
say
for me.
flop. The bitch was born the same year as me, but I'ma have to flop on her, baby. I can't.
You know what? Wait, she was born 89.
Yeah, 1989.
I
89,
was born
she
in
named her
89
one of
too.
her albums 1989.
But my
Mhm.
question is, she's always talking about like so much heartbreak and stuff. Like you haven't even been in this earth that long for you to have so much
Well,
heartbreak.
she's been with a few
Crazy.
men though.
Well, exactly,
She's a
because I'm
Sagittarius.
the same age, and I
She's
be
a
talking
Sag.
about heartbreak like a motherfucker, but I just ain't
She's-
as big as that bitch. But
She's
you
tested
know,
her waters.
that bitch, yeah, she that's what pissed me off is that bitch is really a hoe. But people wanted to build her as America's little princess, and I honestly feel like she's the reason that Kanye is so fucking hated because people could never get off of what he said to her that night on that fucking show.
Well,
Fuck
she has a
this,
song
she ain't
called
never even a hoe.
Karma, and I
Yeah,
didn't think it was Kanye.
Let me tell you.
Three more. Bopper Flop. Forehead kisses.
Oh, Bob,
Oh,
I
Bob.
love it. My friend always told me that mean a nigga really give a fuck about you if he kiss you on your
Yeah.
forehead. So I was always into that shit. Like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say something sentimental, but I'll say it.
I was gonna kill the move by saying, "Ew, don't make me break out." Bopper Flop. Side hustles.
Oh, definitely a Bob. You got to have that, baby. I respect the hell out of my brother. He stay out street performing, making fucking way more money than my broke ass.
World star. All right, last one. Bopper Flop. Stoners. It's a flop for me, dog.
Listen, it's a Bob if you know how to still wake up and take care of your shit and go to work.
Right.
I see people out there that are on their way to work that's smoking the little blunt. So
right.
People function even
There's a
better.
difference between.
For me, it's a Bob.
Okay, that's great. There's a difference between smoking regular or being over excessive. I'm talking about the over excessive.
Yeah, when you over excessive and you forgetting shit that I said to you because you that high all of the time, it do get annoying.
Would you date someone that affected like their smoking affected y'all relationship?
And I've been there this year trying to get with somebody that smoke every day, all days, drink every day, all day.
I'm not attacking nobody.
But I'm just
none of you guys.
I know it's wrong because the motherfucker I been and told him something, he be like, I don't remember you telling me that. It's like, bruh, you know, you can't get somebody
you
like
got
that.
money for an eighth, but you don't got money to like
what to go out
on a date.
Yeah.
Okay.
That part.
So there's that. And you're asking me to borrow money. No. I don't think so. But
Yeah,
okay, let's get back
to speaking of. Why is
you
someone
know,
hitting me up now?
Speaking of dating, and Lala Anthony, formerly known as Lala Anthony, now back to Lala Vasquez. Carmelo Anthony's ex. I don't know if
they
you
got
know
divorced.
Yeah, girl.
He cheated on her like 3 times and he got a kid.
So
he got a whole, and the baby looked just like him, like undeniable.
Yeah, so she's over it, and basically, she just recently in an interview said that what she's finding in dating that she's seen a lot of younger guys hit her up. Obviously, Lala is at this point in her early 40s, early 40s, yeah, and she looks amazing still.
Mm-hmm.
But she basically
Shout out to
said
the Kardashians.
She basically said that she's finding a lot of men sliding into her DMs, like, "Yo, what's up, baby?" You know, obviously, it must be these young, well-off, younger rappers if they're gonna try to shot at Lala, but the fact is younger men. How do y'all feel? You know, we're millennials. We're girls in a certain 30-somethings. all of us, all of us, all of us. Me too.
Early 30s, early 30s.
And I'm 30. Yeah, there
Bitch,
you go.
you in your mids. You in your
Out of
mids.
my mids, but
How do we feel regarding
but
what?
how do we feel dating younger in this day and age? Because it's true. Like I could say it too. Like young dudes do really be like trying, and it's like no, I always told myself I would never date younger. Like I always liked older guys growing up at my certain age, and then I started dating guys my age when I became like late 20s and stuff. But now I find it after entering my 30s, a lot of these younger dudes, and I mean, and it happens with women too. How do you ladies feel with dating younger? And do y'all get the same thing like DMs from these younger motherfuckers like trying to like slide and slip and slide in their case?
I've gotten like on like dating apps and shit, I've gotten hit on by younger guys. And I find it funny because when they do hit you up, they just want to like prove to you that they're so much older or that they're more mature than they are in age. Me personally, I've never met someone like super young that I was interested in. I think right now I'm in an older man kick. So I feel like staying in that little bubble for a while. But I don't know about the little kitties. I ain't trying to be no mama to nobody.
What you think, Byronique? What you think?
Well, y'all might be shocked, but the youngest I've been with, and I felt like he was the love of my life. Like y'all probably, I don't know if y'all probably definitely see me post him in my story. He was Puerto Rican too, and he was about 8-9 years younger than me. So he was even younger than my brother, and that was a trip. But I mean, when I met him, I was 29, he was 22. And we went to Hawaii for my 30th birthday. And he's passed now. And so I fell for him like crazy because the way my spirit is, I'm like very like I'm really young and upbeat, and I need somebody to match my energy. And he is the first man that I ever met to match that shit. Like he colors his hair and shit, like the way I color my hair. He constantly changes hair. Everything about him was just so fun and exciting and new and fresh. And he was spontaneous. We swam with sharks in fucking Hawaii. Like I never thought I would find a man that would do shit like that with me. You know what I mean? And it just happened to be that he was damn near almost 10 years younger than me, you know? But when we got together, it felt like we was the same fucking age. It felt like we was the same person almost. Like
it depends on personality.
It didn't even fucking matter. Like none of that mattered. And I find that once people start getting older, they start getting more boring. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to.
Not everybody.
I'm not gonna try to disrespect nobody, but I feel like once people in my 30s out here, most of my friends, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, are at least 4, 5, 6 years younger than me that I go out with. That's why I still go out, because people my age, 33 and up or whatever, 30, people be like at home with kids, nursing, doing all, they not, you feel me? They not popping like that. They not trying to go to the club. They not trying to go to the bar. They not trying, because they not living that single life no more. So that, they're stuck. So they acting old and like granny-ish and shit. So, and that's fine. Lord. That's you. You know what I mean? That's you. You do what you do. We in different walks of life. We at different points in life. If I was a mother and a wife, I'd probably be at home bored too. But, but I find that older people, I don't want to jump out of an airplane with you, Byronique. I don't want to do that. Your level of consciousness, something, you're just not as fun as you are. And I need somebody that's going to be fun with me, because I love to have a lot of fucking fun. You know what I mean? So
you have a young spirit. That's why.
You're right. So, and you're right also when you say your level of consciousness goes up and you're like, no, I don't want to do this. You're really right about that, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm spontaneous. I love spontaneity. But
to an extent, bitch. To an extent. Give me 48 hours of spontaneity.
To an extent, because I'm also becoming, I'm not gonna lie, that person where I'm getting older and I'm like, do I want to be out in the streets like that? Do I want to be doing that? Remember, it's some crazy times. Do I really want to put myself? So I get it, but go ahead.
I agree. I'm my healthy balance. I get excited over getting fucking appliances. Chris, you put me on blast. Yes, I was excited about my washer and dryer, because it's little things like that make my life easier as I get older. And I got it my damn self. Didn't need anybody to get it for me. Amen. I feel like I'm fun, but I'm also like a horny grandmother. Like it's fine. It's a healthy
See,
balance.
and that's normal, that's natural. And see, the thing about it is me, I still want to be fucking walking out here like I'm still 21 and ain't got to work full-time jobs and do all this kind of shit to take care of myself. And see, that's why it's so fun being in your 20s and being young, because most of these motherfuckers that's young, they still living at home, so they could take their paycheck and do what the fuck they want to do with it and not have to really be an adult and pay for big people shit. You feel me? So it's just, it's hard coming to terms with the fact that you're getting old. I'm gonna just be real honest with it.
And also, you got to be mature.
That's a conversation for another day that you got to come back on, because listen, just so much we could talk about. But go ahead, Melody. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the young bucks want to act like they're so fun and adventurous and stuff, but have your shit together before you out here trying to plan trips and doing a bunch of shit. Because it's all fun and games when we out traveling, but when you come back to a mess or to a to something that's not stable, it's a bad look. Like,
yeah, that's true. That is true.
Now, before we get into this game that I have for you too, what about super dating people who are super accessible? Like we mentioned before, there's a lot of like we have social media, and I think just the day and age of world we live in, it is fucking up dating, and it is changing things in many different ways, especially relationships. Do y'all think? How do y'all feel about dating someone who's super accessible, who loves the social media, who needs to post all the time, the clout, etc.
That talks to mad other girls.
You find them posting a picture or a story before they even say good morning to you, like shit like that. Like,
but see, that's me.
I went through that.
But
you have to do it for work purposes, right? You do it for obviously because
your
for
career.
Exposure.
Well, yeah, but people could still I have certain people that get very upset.
I feel like that's fucked up. If
I
you're dating
someone, if I was your man.
I get people that get very upset because I'm usually my phone is always glued to my hand whenever I go out with people. I'm videoing, I'm capturing moments because I'm big on that shit. It's not just because it's my career, but I just love capturing moments and shit so I can have the memories. But I might wake up, but if I wake up and see a text, I'm not gonna not respond to the text before I open Instagram. But if it's just on me that I should consciously go and hit my dude up before I might post something real quick that needs to be posted, or if I might be that type.
I feel like you don't need, if you want to do something, do it, but also keep in mind, like, be considerate of the other person if you're
that
with
he's
them.
watching, or
but it depends. If you are leaving heart eyes, remember Instagram back in the day when it had the explore page and it had the feed and it used to tell you like what people were doing.
What? Yep, it used to tell you who liked what. They don't have that no more, huh?
Hell no, they don't, because I would wake up and the first thing I would see, it would be my ex leaving heart eyes or saying good morning to some bitch. Meanwhile, an hour and a half would pass and he still had yet. Fuck that nigga. He's a lame. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's fucking disrespectful.
That's disrespectful as fuck. That's
super. And I feel like I can't date someone that is for everyone. If you are super accessible, that you talk to every girl on the street, you feel the need to respond to girl stories. You feel the need to
respond to every bitch who's hitting you up in your DMs because they're thirsty at your story that you just posted. Right. You feel the need to still be like, no, right. No.
I don't agree with it either, but I don't want him coming at me saying, well, you fucking constantly on Instagram and you always responding to people in the DMs and you always gotta leave comments and because see, he could come for me and say I do that, and then what can I say? I'm gonna be looking like a fucking hypocrite.
True. But look, that has to be understanding. There has to be understanding that there has to be an understanding that you do that for work. If he's actually doing it to like get attention from other people, that's a problem. Right. And I've been in situations where you bring that up and it upsets him rather than him seeing that it's actually a problem, the relationship. If you're for anybody, I don't want it. I think I don't want accessibility in that sense. I want someone to be like,
but this
just
is the hard
for me.
Part of us in living in this day and age where it's like, we live in the social media world
I need
where it's
someone to
like trying
retard
to
Everybody is
me.
connect.
accessible.
Everyone's accessible.
Everybody is
Everyone's trying to
accessible.
connect. Everyone, like, every day we're looking and it's like, oh, I could have this. It's just like it's right
Right.
there at the tip of your hand. So you may have something right in front of you, right here presently, but then you have social media and it's like, oh, I could have that too.
I could have that. I could
Ooh.
possibly have better.
Everyone goes, yeah.
The thing.
But listen what I gotta say. Water, you know what they say, the grass ain't green on the other side. I think motherfuckers, period, girl, guy, whatever you are in between, sideways, learn how to water your own grass.
Right.
Because the problem is we're so quick to jump. We're so quick.
Yeah.
We live in a world where
Jump
it's like
ship.
we're so quick to jump ship. We live in a world where accessibility and we're like, oh, okay, I can move on to the next. No, because the next thing, listen, we're seeing a lot of shit out there and it's all above surface shit. And it's not worth it. Water your own grass. If you find something that's worth fighting for and that, yeah, nothing's perfect because life's not perfect. We're not perfect. No relationship is perfect. But if you find someone that you could work through some issues with and is not toxic in that sense, water your own fucking grass instead of trying to hop, skip, scotch all over the fucking neighborhood, trying to think, okay, well, let me try this. Let me try this. No, good luck.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Good luck.
But how can you like really check your nigga? Because this has always been the thing. Females love to go after the bitch. They never want to check they nigga because they know they can't check they nigga.
Well, that's an insecure person because.
Well, yesterday I seen someone on Instagram go after a bitch, but go ahead.
I don't think
that really pisses me off because it's like, stop going after the female and go attack your nigga that you sleeping next to every night. Why is he in this bitch DM? Why is he responding to her? Why is he giving? I never forget it was a meme where Kanye and Kim, when they was together and they was walking down the red carpet and a reporter had failed and it said something about, I want my man to be this fucking loyal. Kanye didn't even help that bitch up. Like he stepped over her with Kim. Because it's like, I don't want a man that's going to feed into, because if a woman is constantly coming after your man, it's because he's feeding into that shit. If he deaded her and told her to chill the fuck out, I'm with my chick and I love her, back the fuck off of me, best believe that bitch is gonna listen. But if she keeps coming for him and sliding in his DMs, it's because he's like entertaining the shit. So it's like, come after your man, you know what I mean? But females never want to do that because they know if you come after your man, how can you come after your man without seeming like a crazy possessive ass bitch? You get what I'm saying? How can you do it?
Some people don't have their priorities on straight, like they're basically blaming other people for intercepting in their relationship. Meanwhile, the whole problem person you're laying with, because this person that you're with is giving attention to other people.
I love that people glamorize what other people have. That's very true. That is very true. It's the comment from one of our circle friends. People listen, but there's so much like I'm so happy this episode happened. Because we usually come on.
I need a refill.
We need a refill. We need another episode because, like,
we can fucking talk for hours and hours and days and days about this kind of shit. Let me
because
I got so many experiences. I could write a full-length movie, a novel, a Harry Potter series type shit. Come on now.
And then reboot the Harry Potter series and continue talking about some more shit.
Into the Twilight Saga.
Because it could go on and on and on forever, baby.
Real. Like,
it's seriously, this is why we couldn't wait to have you on. And I know Melanie's been waiting to have you on, and all three of us, your family, Byronique, you're part of this Inner Circle family, and we definitely need to have you back again to talk some more shit, some more real people relatable shit. But before we go, we need to Barbie needs to be a permanent host. Listen, she's a busy woman. But listen, we will love that. That's why we have her when we can. But I want to play a fun game with you guys. We haven't played this game on the Circle podcast in a while, in a long time. But it's a game we played before called "You're a Liar." So, Melanie, Barbie, I'm going to be reading some different quotes, and basically, y'all have to guess. Listen, this is a test for you ladies to see if y'all can smell through the bullshit. It may just be a regular game, but the games sometimes are a reflection of life. So if you could read the bullshit of this regular game, y'all could read the bullshit and will be successful reading through niggas bullshit throughout life. Okay? So here we go. You're a liar.
Don't tell me what a good time.
It's either gonna be I'm lying or I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna read different little statements and quotes randomly, and y'all gonna guess if basically I'm lying or if it's facts. So here we go. First fact I'm picking. Italian doctor. These are random facts, by the way. Okay, this is boring. In 2010, a baby born in India set the record for polydactylism after he was born with 34 fingers and toes. True or a lie?
I'm gonna say
34
true.
fingers and toes.
I'm gonna say true.
34 fingers and toes.
Wild shit like that.
This was in India.
India.
They be weird, so yeah.
Yeah.
They're both right. He had 10 toes on each foot and 7 fingers on each hand.
What the hell were their parents eating?
When invited to a dinner at a Norwegian home, it is customary to bring a gift like flowers or chocolates, but the chocolates must not contain nuts or fruits of any kind. Is it true or am I lying?
I think that's true. I
Me
heard
too. True. Yeah, it seemed like.
No, I'm a liar. Any chocolate is fine, but if you choose to bring flowers as a gift, it is important to bring an odd number of flowers. An even number of flowers is considered to be disrespectful. Listen, we're learning some shit too.
Oh shit! But see, I knew they
This
was
is in
picky.
Norway. This is in Norway, by the way.
Norway. I knew they was picky.
All right. Billion investor Warren Buffett donated $100 million in 2011 to an anti-noise organization to reinstall public phone booths in New York City, a plan which they believe will help control the noise population preceded by public smartphone conversations. Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
that's a fucking lie because ain't no phone booths ever. Like they haven't been out here in a while.
But is
Why are you
it saying
smiling?
something about with an iPhone, with your phone? Like
He wanted to eliminate, he wanted to bring back the booths, the payphone booths, to eliminate the noise and conversations going on with smartphones.
Ain't nobody finna take time, spend that much money, because ain't nobody gonna go in that booth. So that's a motherfucking lie.
And you ladies are right. Warren Buffett, a generous philanthropist,
Warren
has donated
Buffett.
billions of his wealth, but none
Yeah,
has
he
ever
has.
gone towards the reinstallation of
Not
public
towards that.
phone booths. Not towards that.
He's interested in other shit like
All
planting
right.
and shit.
Another one. A park ranger named Roy Sullivan holds the unfortunate record for being struck by lightning 7 times. Lie or true?
Oh, I think it's true. I've seen
That name sounds unfortunate, so I will say true.
On y'all ladies are on a good equilibrium path. Yes, it's true.
Bitch, Aquarius and Virgos.
He was
Aquarius
struck
and Virgos.
in 1942, 1969, 1970, 1972, 1973, 1976, and finally in 1977. Can you imagine? All right, next. A married couple from Canada holds the record for most pet cats carrying for an amazing 689 cats at once. A married
Fucking
couple from
nasty.
Canada holds the record for most pet cats carrying for an amazing 689 cats at once. Am I lying or is it the truth?
I think that's
I
a
be
lie.
watching Hoarders, so I know it's possible. I know it is.
So what is it, a lie or is it the truth?
I would
That's
say
a lie.
it's true.
600.
All right,
You must live
Byronique
in a
won. No,
You must live in a compound.
600. Well,
Damn.
they must because it's true. All right.
Well, I
next.
didn't want to be right about that one. Go
The
ahead.
sinking of the Italian cruise ship Costa Concordia occurred when the ship's captain steered too close to the coast while attempting to impress a female passenger with his navigation skills. A sinking of the Italian cruise ship of Costa Concordia occurred when the ship's captain steered too close to the coast with attempting to impress a female.
True.
True or
Niggas be
false?
dumb like, yeah, he did it.
True, because yeah.
I mean, somebody almost ran a red light trying to talk to me.
Listen, dudes, do better, dudes, because it's true. Although widely believed to be the reason, this claim has been repeatedly denied by this captain himself. Regardless, the end result was 33 crew and passengers killed, and the captain received a 16-year sentence for his carelessness. So next time you want to pick up some pussy, navigate right.
Killed. Oh my god.
Yes. All right, last one. Because thumbs are used more than any other finger on the human hand, thumbnails grow at a faster rate than any other fingernail. True? Am I telling the truth or am I lying?
I thought
Yeah,
this.
I'm looking at my hands like, bitch, do you think I don't know? I've been been saying true on every fucking question. I'm gonna say, I think pinky nails because they be having that pimp shit. I think the pinky nails. So I'm gonna say.
I think it's true. That's
You think
less
it's true
slippery.
well, Byronique, you're right. Not the pinky nail, but you're right. That is not the thumb.
Hey!
The nail on your middle finger. Put your middle fingers up. Put your middle fingers up. Put your middle fingers up. And take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture.
Thank God I did mine.
The nail on the middle finger is actually the fastest growing fingernail. The thumbnail is the slowest growing nail. So there you go.
See? Okay.
Yeah, this is fun. We haven't played this game in a while, but and we're gonna do this live on the Inner Circle podcast. Put your middle fingers up since the game called for it. Because we're taking a selfie.
I hate taking pictures with the middle finger.
Listen, y'all, this was a fun. We have to thank our special guest co-host, Byronique Barbie, for coming and joining us. You're a busy woman, but you came. You bring the funnies. You brought your perspective. We love you here. You're really one of our favorite guests. Melanie's been mad at me because I be having you on when she's not on. Listen, you're one of our favorite. Your family here. Thank you so much. And for everyone watching,
shout out to We Family Son for.
I can never say enough. I can never say thank you enough to We Family.
Their family too.
They put us on to one of our favorites. Like, thank you so much. She's a comedian. She's a funny lady. If you're in LA and she has a comic show, please go check her out.
Please
if you're not
go.
Let's do GoFundMe so she could get a brand new phone because the 6 ain't it.
Right? And we'll share your GoFundMe if you decide to do that. But go follow her. Byronique, where can we follow you guys?
Definitely follow me, and now you can even follow me on YouTube at the same handle because they let us do handles now. So at the first Barbie, THE1ST Barbie, BARBIE, baby. Yes,
follow her. Make sure to share her shit. Make sure we make more of her videos go viral because she's a real deal. And we love you, Barbie and Melody and me. We are out next week. Join us. Same place, same time, Wednesdays. We love you guys. Thank you so much. This was a great show. We are out. Love you guys, Circle Friends.
Thank you.
Follow everything the Inner Circle Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.